How about that? New intro music and everything.
Yep, new intro music for a new season, and yeah, that was worth the wait. I still remember where you're like, "Hey, I came up with this new intro for the show. What do you think of it?" I was like, "Oh, that is beautiful. I loved that."
Yeah, I need to redo it because some of the levels are kind of peaked out too much.
Mhm.
But for what we need it right now, new season, it was good enough, better than what we had.
Yeah, and I didn't mind the original intro that was there. It kind of had this sort of like grungy kind of
Yeah,
90s vibe to it, and it made me think like, we're just a couple of nerds just getting together in some dusty old comic shop and we're like, yeah, everything sucks.
everything does suck. Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
there's still some things I'm genuinely excited for, which I do want
Same.
to talk about during, and yeah, and no doubt you have some stuff too that you want to talk about as well.
Yeah. It's I forget the last time we did the show trap. I know it was sometime in 25.
Yeah, I think it had to have been before my mom had her breast cancer surgery.
Yeah.
So
Which
it's been
definitely would have made it before my mom broke her hip.
yeah. So I think
Um
maybe the last time we did the show was either June or July of last year.
Yeah, at the very latest, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what should we start with? Because we have some things to talk about.
Yeah, we should let people like have some time to filter in across the platforms that we're broadcasting on. I can see we're on your Facebook channel.
mhm.
We're on my It's a Trap Productions YouTube channel, my It's a Trap Plays Twitch channel. Your Sean, is this Sean Stackhouse? Yeah, Sean Stackhouse Plays Twitch,
Mhm.
and my X page.
X. Yep.
Mhm.
I had to try to start that 2 or 3 times. It wouldn't start, but it's finally broadcasting.
Nice. Oh, on
Yeah, on
on
X.
on X. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, it did not take the default start like all the other sites took, so I had to go up there and hit go live a couple times after we started.
I kind of had to do it manually.
Yep. But we are good to go on all destinations now. So the
Yeah,
more destinations, the better, I say.
absolutely. So yeah, there's I guess I'll talk about one of the things that I am absolutely just so freaking hyped and excited about. The show is called Comics and Culture.
Yeah.
So one of the first things I want to talk about today, and I'll share my screen. Oh, let me just do one thing real quick.
You've forgotten how to share your screen, haven't you? Oh no. I think you froze. Hmm. Wow.
Excited about dip.
Now we've got two of you. One's frozen and one's live.
Okay, let's remove that one. Jesus Christ. I'm trying to like disable my bookmarks bar, so people don't have to see all of the things that I'm really into, which it's nothing. I just like doing that because it
And
gives the
then
browser
you leave us
you know,
with like that was hilarious.
Yep. Oh man, it's too bad there's like no one else here to see that. That was beautiful. Just
Yep.
well, maybe we could go back and clip it later. Let's try that again, shall we? Great. Like my entire browser closed and I had exactly what I was going to bring like right there. Now I gotta scroll back to it on my Twitter page.
Dang that Twitter page.
Well, It's more like dang me for clicking the exit button. Hold on, I've almost got it because it was a couple of days ago. Not that one. Here it is. Finally. I can go to image. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen. There we go. I swear to God, I know how to do this.
It's only been like half a year.
I know, right? Here this is. So this is a crossover I am so excited about. I am a huge Godzilla fan. I am a huge fan of Sonic the Hedgehog. And these two franchises have only very recently crossed over. There was an event in this free-to-play game called Sonic Rumble, which is basically Fall Guys, but with Sonic the Hedgehog characters.
Okay.
And Sega was able to strike up a deal with Toho Pictures, and there was a limited Godzilla event that took place. And I was just like, man, this is really fun, but I wish there was like a comic book story that could, actually have the two characters interact. And now there is. So this is going to be published by IDW Comics, who publishes Sonic the Hedgehog comics and Godzilla comics.
Gotcha.
And this event is right now, it just says it's going to start this summer. So there's no specific date yet. So that could be anytime, like starting in May or June, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
And all the only story synopsis that's been revealed so far is just that the kaiju are brought to Sonic's world, and Dr. Robotnik is trying to take advantage of the situation. That's all we know so far.
Okay.
Yeah. So
it still sounds pretty cool.
Oh, absolutely, because it's like, well, Sonic has fought giant creatures before in the video games, and Godzilla has only had sort of limited experience with creatures that can move extremely fast, what you would call a speedster, like, the Flash.
Sure.
And any other Flash ripoffs and clones.
Right.
Yeah. So I just, it's going to be interesting to see like how these two characters are going to interact, because one is as tall as a building and the other is like 3 foot tall and can move extremely quickly. So I'll be interested to see how this gets illustrated. I'm just, I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out.
Yeah, me too. That is an interesting scenario for Toho and Godzilla to go in, but
absolutely,
but it does make sense also.
Yeah, I think so, because again, Sonic has fought giant creatures in his video games before. He's essentially fought gods,
right,
and deities. So, I mean, this isn't like a standard Sonic the Hedgehog enemy, but it's nothing he hasn't handled before. So I'm just like, they have Godzilla and Mechagodzilla there. So I'm just like, I wonder if Dr. Robotnik is going to like try to take advantage of that Mechagodzilla and stir up some trouble. I guess we'll see what happens.
That is, I mean, there's a good possibility that would happen. I would say.
Oh yeah, most
because
definitely.
Just consider the source, man.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that is awesome.
Yes,
that is very cool.
So that is just one thing this year that I'm very excited for. How about you, sir?
So what I'll bring up my DC Infinite web app here. Let me share the screen.
Sure thing. And try not to exit the show like how I did.
I can't promise anything, Trap.
Oh.
Okay, so I've been kind of jumping from one thing to the other, but this first thing is that I've been reading is the very first issue of The Question.
Ooh.
I've always found him to be an interesting character, and I wanted to know more about him.
Yes.
Batman 89 Echoes, which is, carries on from the first movie.
Yeah.
I kind of got into Batman Ghosts, but I'm not really loving it, but I'll finish reading it.
What's the story on that?
Oh boy, let's go back and remind me. Bruce Wayne's tortured sleep is violated by four specters and the spirit of his murdered father, the ghost of Halloween past, the ghost of Halloween present, and the mysterious ghost of Halloween future. What do they want of the Dark Knight? So yeah, it's not horrible, but I feel like they're trying to one up the Long Halloween.
Yeah, and it kind of feels like that's everything that DC has been trying to do. They're either trying to one up the Long Halloween or do sequels to Hush or do some kind of thing that really makes Bane, like super interesting after his iconic breaking of the bat.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I also read the first issue of Creeper. He's a very, lesser known character.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with him.
He was in, you remember like Kids WB back in the day? He would I think he popped in an episode of the Animaniacs at one point.
Oh, wow.
Batman Dark Victory, Salvation Run. Now this one is interesting because you had a lot of people. First of all, did you watch season 2 of Peacemaker?
No.
Okay.
But I do know that Lex Luthor is in it.
Okay. Do you mind any spoilers? Or
no, go right ahead. Peacemaker is not a character that I'm interested in, and I know like DC is really heavily pushing him. One, because John Cena, the man himself, is very interesting, because of what he's done in WWE, and plus, he has like the superhero's physique, so you want to try to get as much money as you can out of that while he's still around.
Yeah.
So I understand like why they're trying to push him, like why Marvel tried to push the Inhumans rather than the X-Men. Remember those days?
Right, I know. So what Peacemaker season 2 did, two things. It introduced Earth X, which was not at all as good as it was in the crossover on the CW with the Arrowverse Earth X. That one was far better. And then they introduced Salvation Run, which is a planet in these comics where they ended up sending the criminals to this other planet. They just shipped them off. And so basically Peacemaker is stranded on Salvation Run at the end of this season 2. But if James Gunn is going to try to tell us that they've already put all of the worst criminals on Salvation Run without us seeing it, I'm not going to like that.
Yeah.
And the other option is that no one is there yet except for Peacemaker, and that makes no sense either. So, but as soon as that happened, you had a bunch of people saying, "Oh man, Salvation Run, it's such a epic, legendary storyline." And I'm like, who are you? You're telling me you've really read this? Because you know how people are.
Yeah, they'll, as the kids like to say, glaze anything. And then there's the whole like prisoner of the moment kind of mentality where it's like this thing that you see is supposedly the greatest thing that you've ever seen until you gain a little perspective on it, and then maybe it wasn't so great.
Yeah. And then let me go back to the main page here, and it's a modern comic that I'm kind of enjoying. It's the new history of the DC universe.
Oh yeah. Twitter was kind of going bananas over the Dakota incident, which has to do with Static. Yeah, and there he is right there.
Right. Yep. I haven't gotten that far yet. I've read the first 2 issues, I believe. It's not wanting to come up for me for whatever reason. Oh, it's bringing up Absolute Batman. That's not what we want. See, this is what's the problem when you're doing things digitally instead of physically.
I mean, it's better for the audience watching, but like the reading, is not so great. I mean, this is why I don't like reading comics on my computer. I've done it, but I much prefer reading comics on my tablet because you can hold on, that's not the page I want it to go to. Like the screen lights up, it's backlit and you can zoom in on panels. So for personal reading, it's a lot better. But when it comes to trying to do stuff like this, it's a little wonky.
Yeah, I prefer reading comic books and stuff on my tablet over actually physically reading it. But this is the newest one, the Dakota Incident, and it's going to introduce static, and of course you see the whole Black History Month thing up there.
Oh yeah, that I keep forgetting that's a thing.
Oh, they'll remind you. Don't worry. Don't worry.
I know. Yeah.
And I've been reading out like the new history of the DCU. So it's been interesting. And when you get access to this, whenever you get an Android tablet, Trap, I would suggest reading it, because this new history of the DCU is what James Gunn is basing his universe off of.
Okay. Well, yeah, that does sound worth reading. I want to see real quick if it's on like Amazon Kindle. It might not be, but
it might be.
But it might be, yeah.
It very well might be.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna look at that real quick. What the heck is going on? Like every time I try to go to Amazon, something else is popping up. Have I been hacked?
Possibly.
Let me try going to a bookmark that I have. Android tablet. Maybe it's because of my VPN. Things are.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, VPNs can mess with you.
Yeah, and I think that's what happened last night. I was doing my stream where I was trying to learn Japanese and Blender. Hey, Riot, welcome to the stream. And then
to answer your question, Trap, it is available on Kindle.
Oh, great. Okay. Well, I will try to pick that up. That's weird. Amazon is not popping. Oh, wait, now it is. That was very strange. Okay,
$5.99.
The new history of the DC.
New history of DC Universe.
Okay. And you said it's how much?
Let's see. The first number one is $5.99.
Oh, okay, that's not bad.
Yeah. And then there is, you can get the hardcover for $27.99, and then there's the new history of the Dakota Incident, $5.99 as well. I think there's 3 total.
Yeah.
Maybe 4, but
I'm seeing it's 4 parts.
Okay.
Okay, well,
yeah, not bad at all.
I just kind of wish it was collected together in a volume rather than released in like these issues. But
same, and I bet it will be at some point.
Yeah, that's probably what the hardcover is.
Just not yet.
Yeah. Oh no, wait. Let's see. History of
probably
DC.
So.
This appears to be the entire volume because this one is listed for $20. Well, $19.99.
Okay.
And then the Kindle version is $9.99.
So that might have all 4 parts then?
Yeah, I think so.
All
right, well, I'll just go ahead and pick that up. And plus with my Kindle points, that reduces the price down to $5.99.
Excellent.
Laugh. All right. Well, yeah, I will check that out and let you know what I think of it.
Another thing I wanted to mention to you that yesterday when Terrence and I did our recordings for our channel, I brought up the Absolute universe that's going on right now.
Yes.
In DC. Have you read any of that by chance?
No, I was kind of waiting for Absolute Superman to come along before.
Oh, he's there.
Oh, he already is. And does he have his own separate stories, or is he like?
Oh, okay. There's Absolute Superman, Absolute Batman, Absolute Wonder Woman. I think Absolute Martian Manhunter. Maybe an Absolute Flash. I don't know. But what they're doing is in May they're going to launch Absolute Green Arrow, and Oliver Queen dies very, very quickly.
Wow.
And so Green Arrow, Absolute Green Arrow, is going to be a zombie. who is going to be killing billionaires.
Wow. So
yeah,
he's going to be eating the rich.
Basically.
Yeah,
And I think that is a horrible idea, personally.
Yep, it's that you know how we always talk about how much we bemoan the fact that modern politics are shoved into absolute everything. Whether if it makes sense or not, most of the time it doesn't. So it's I can already see like they're gonna turn Green Arrow into a zombie and he's gonna kill billionaires. I'm like, oh my god, they are literally taking the political ideology of eat the rich and putting it into a superhero story. It's clown shoes.
Yep, sure is. Riot asks, what you talking about today? Well, I guess since we have enough people in now, we can go ahead with one of our stories I want to talk about.
Yeah, but initially we're just talking about things that we're excited about, things that we're reading. I accidentally exited the show while trying to load up something that I was looking for, so that was hilarious. But yeah, now we're gonna talk about some pop culture news.
So as of today, the merger between Warner Brothers and Netflix is no more. Netflix backed off, and Paramount has acquired Warner Brothers for $110 billion as of today.
That is, I think that's more than what Disney paid for Fox, if I'm not mistaken.
I would hope so, because Warner Brothers is way more valuable than Fox was.
Yeah. And the only reason Disney even wanted Fox to begin with was
X-Men.
The X-Men and the other Marvel property, the Fantastic Four,
yes,
and all of that. But yeah, so we kind of talked about this in our Discord chat the other day. But first, I want to hear what you think about this.
Well, it's interesting because they pointed out that the Batman Part 2 is going to be produced now by Paramount Pictures. It's because it's supposed to go into production in late May, I think.
Good God.
And also the commission that like the checks and balances, the Trump administration didn't want Warner Brothers to go to Netflix. They wanted them to go to Paramount. And so, you can be sure that this is going to be pushed through faster than most other transactions like this, because powers that be want it to be that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I had mentioned in our chat that if Warner Brothers had gone to Netflix, that would have brought about like the death of the theatrical experience. I think just like instantly, because we know what Netflix's business model is. It's streaming. It's not theatrical releases. They only do theatrical releases to win awards, basically, because like stuff from the Academy of Motion Picture and Sciences states that for a movie to even win an award, it has to be in theaters. So that's why I think what was it, Frankenstein got released last year for just a limited time.
Oh, right.
Yeah, yes. But it was basically on streaming and in movie theaters, which I think is just such a stupid business model. Because people are not going to be incentivized to go see this thing, and that's why you see so many other like movies that have come out recently, like exclusively in theaters, to show that no, it's not on streaming. Stupid. You gotta buy yourself a $20 ticket to go see this thing.
My issue with this is that it hasn't been that long, like a handful of years, since Paramount has been in financial issues, right?
They have been in financial issues for, I want to say, the past like 5 years or so.
Right.
Because, go ahead.
To do this, they had to cut a deal with the Saudis,
Yeah.
to give them extra money to buy out Warner Brothers. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't like what that implies as far as like what type of influence the Saudis could have on the narrative of these movies.
Yeah, foreign
Mm-hmm.
powers basically infiltrating entertainment. I mean,
Right.
in a sense, it's the same thing that Tencent, which is a Chinese company, has been doing in the video game industry
Mm.
for, I want to say, about a decade now. I
I'm
think
not surprised.
they own like stocks in several companies, including Nintendo,
Mm.
um, to make games. So yeah, like I also have concerns about that. But I think, and I said this in our chat, what this purchase will do is I think it's just going to delay the inevitable death of the theatrical going
Mm-hmm.
experience.
I think so.
Because like we've seen, and this has been shown through multiple charts and things, that year over year movie attendance is down, but ticket prices go up to try to compensate for the fact that less and less people are going to the movie theater to watch new releases.
That is factual.
Yeah, because we have been conditioned, especially thanks to Disney, to just wait for it to come out on Disney Plus.
Yep. That 45-day window or whatever it is.
Yeah. Yep. So I just the theatrical going experience is a 20th century model, and it's one that we grew up with. That was the way that you saw movies. You would go see movies again and again and again, through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And then towards like the later 2000s and the 2010s, like the theatrical window started shrinking,
right?
And people would they would just wait for it to be on Netflix. So I just think this delays the inevitable by maybe 3 to 5 years, possibly, because Paramount is going to be extremely incentivized to, like, they're trying to work on a new Star Trek movie. They're still pushing through James Gunn's DCU, and there's a lot of other IP now that they have access to thanks to this acquisition. So they're really, really going to probably try to ramp up their movie productivity, but I just don't think it's going to work like long term.
Well, my question is, they're going to be out. They're going to be out $110 billion for this acquisition. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what type of leeway is David Ellison going to give James Gunn? Because if James Gunn makes another movie like Superman and he does not make a huge profit on it, like theatrical profit, I'm not talking profit once it hits discs and on demand and stuff like that. I'm talking about profit in the theater. Then, I mean, how long are they going to be able to afford to let that happen without giving James the axe?
I don't know. I mean, Snyder, when he was involved with, his DCEU, lasted 2 movies and then he got kicked out.
Yeah.
And the next movie that's coming out is Supergirl. That's coming out this year, isn't it?
This summer. Yep. And it looks like Guardians of the Galaxy 4.
Yeah, it does.
And that's the thing. James Gunn didn't write it and he didn't direct it, but it looks like his movie. So if this is indication that he has his fingerprints over everything in the DCU, it's all going to look like his Guardians mess.
Yeah. And you don't want everything to be Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, that's not even why the MCU first succeeded, because Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, Captain America, all of their movies had different tones to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
They had different directors. So, that when they finally met up, it didn't sound like all of the characters had the same. Well, they did have, unfortunately, like the Whedon humor in the Avengers because it was Joss Whedon directing it. So,
right.
Naturally that was his byproduct. But yeah, if everything is Guardians, then it's not special.
It's not.
I don't know. I don't know how many chances that you get to not do a good job. I mean, well, we saw what happened with Kathleen Kennedy, but that was a special
Well,
case.
but also the Force was female. Come on.
Oh yeah, clearly. That's why no one's interested in the Mandalorian and Grogu right now.
So right,
yeah.
I know, but also speaking on James Gunn, this is the person that is rumored to be James Gunn's front runner for Wonder Woman.
Adria Arona.
Yeah, I don't see it, like her face. I mean, let me just zoom in on her face, like. And I don't want to be this guy trap, but I'm going to have to say it. You know, like all of those freckles and moles and stuff on her face. But Diana has a clear face.
I know, but as we have seen, once a movie adaptation is out of a character, that version of the character kind of overwrites the original version of the character.
Yeah.
So I'm
not a fan. I'm not a fan of this casting. Just from her looks alone. I mean, she's not
bad looking.
Yeah, she's not unattractive, but she does not look like Diana. There are other women out there that look like Diana. Linda Carter looked like Diana. You know,
it's kind of weird that I don't know. Maybe it's like something to do with just like how like people look or so these days, but it's like, how was it that we were able to get like almost like pitch perfect casting with characters? Like you go from like Christopher Reeve to Michael Keaton,
right.
Linda Carter, you know, all the way up to Hugh Jackman as Wolverine,
right?
You know, like basically just like they looked like they walked off of the comic book page.
I mean, Gal Gadot is a better choice than this, and I wasn't even a huge fan of Gal as Wonder Woman.
Yeah, me neither. I don't want to go into the whole DCEU, you know, stuff, but I don't like the only good casting I think that we've had right now is David Cornsweet. You know, he looks like Superman, and oh my God, what is his name? He's playing Lobo.
Oh, Jason Momoa.
I can't believe I forgot frickin' Ronan's name, and that was his character in Stargate Atlantis. That's how I was introduced to Jason.
And also, what's her name as Lois Lane? Rachel Brosnahan.
She really looked like, especially over Amy Adams. Like I don't know what that casting was for Lois Lane, and again I'm trying not to I am really trying not to get on the hate train for the Snyderverse, but I did not like Amy Adams casting as I thought she was better than what's her name from Superman Returns.
Kate Bosworth.
Kate Bosworth, like again but yeah, Rachel is I think she's a good Lois Lane, and Riot agrees. Like I like David. I do too.
I do too. I think that he needs a more traditional suit.
Yes.
But I think and also James needs to lay off the punk rock thing, I think. Also in a recent interview, somebody asked James Gunn if Superman is going to believe in Santa Claus in the DCU. And James said no, because he's an adult. And a segment that Terrence and I did yesterday, we brought up a whole bunch of comic books in DC's canon where Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, they've all interacted and helped Santa. And also Santa knows how to throw down in the DC universe.
Yeah, like Santa is an actual character.
Yes.
In the DC universe. I mean,
this is why we keep saying that James Gunn has surface level only knowledge.
Yeah. I think he was probably he was poached as a talent for Warner Brothers because you know, he got canceled, you know, during his time while working in the MCU for comments that all of the edgy humor that we were all accustomed to in the early 2000s suddenly became socially taboo in the late 2010s. And I don't know, I guess after Guardians 3, which I really liked, I like that. It took me by surprise how much I actually liked Guardians 3. I don't know, maybe his contract was just up and they're just like, hey, you want to be the showrunner for the DCU since we're going to reboot?
Yeah, I'm not sure how that happened.
Yeah, me neither.
I still feel bad for Henry Cavill because Henry Cavill had a contract.
And that's what I was going to bring up. Like, in bringing in James Gunn as the showrunner for the DCU, mistakes were made. But I get it. You're going to do your own thing. You kind of want to disassociate yourself from the previous thing, even if the previous thing had some aspects to it that were very popular, like Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really got dealt, and I'm talking about Henry Cavill. He got dealt a bad hand by Warner Brothers, and that was unfortunate. But oh well, all we can do is move forward. I mean, you can always bring Henry back as like an alternate universe Superman.
Yeah,
but I know it's not what people would want, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man. Like. If you wanted to do like a multiversal thing and have him as the older Superman, like that was, you've read Crisis on Infinite Earths, right?
Yep, love that book.
There is like multiple Supermen from different Earths, and one of them had like the gray at the temples and stuff.
Yeah.
So you could, if you wanted to do like some sort of a crisis event in somewhere down the line in your movies, you could do something like that. You could bring Henry back as like you could even bring him in as a Kingdom Come Superman if you really wanted to.
Although I would hope they would bring Brandon Routh back to do that, because that was one of the things. That's one of the only things I paid attention to in the Crisis event on the CW. Is
the Kingdom Come?
Yeah. They brought him back, and like he looked perfect.
He did.
He looked like this is basically Christopher Reeve if he was brought into like modern day. But I guess we'll see. There, like you said, Crisis on Infinite Earths is a multiversal event, so you could have a few Supermen show up. You could have Dean Cain show up as one of the Supermen.
Speaking of something, I want to play you something really quick that Terrence and I uploaded to our channel.
Sure, go ahead.
This is all done by AI. There's no copyright stuff here.
I've seen the AI adventures of Terrence. I saw one this morning where he rescues a female scientist and they escape by jumping into a whole freaking other time zone. I'm like, wow.
Yep. Terrence is his AI stuff, man. He's gotten into it. But really this is Justice League Beyond. Okay. So I want to play a little bit of this. It's 11 minutes, but
it started as a simple enough idea.
Yeah, I was going to ask about the sound.
The kind of idea you only have when you're old enough to know better and tired enough.
But check out the Batcave, man.
Yeah, it looks exactly like the Batcave from Tim Burton's Batman.
Red Hood.
Yep. Barbara, I'm assuming.
The Hall of Justice.
Yep. Oh yeah, Hall of Justice.
Too bright, too hopeful.
Superman, Christopher Reeve.
Yeah, that is Christopher Reeve, not Brandon Routh. I like.
There's Linda Carter, Christopher Reeve, Keaton.
Yeah.
We were 7 once.
There's the Denzel Washington as John Stewart.
Oh, that's a good choice.
Yeah.
All rotted in silence when their broken columns.
I mean, look at that.
It's really too bad. Could you pause it for just 1 second?
Of course.
It's really too bad that Michael Keaton and Christopher Reeve never got to share the screen together.
I know, man.
Not even just taking I don't know if they ever even took a picture together.
I know it. And Chris, he went into DC Studios and he said, hey, I think that my Superman and Keaton's Batman should be in a movie together, and they just laughed him out of the office. So if he would have been working on that project, man, you could argue that maybe his accident would have never happened.
Yeah, we just don't know, but it's just I think I mentioned this the other day. I think Warner Brothers has been terrible for like DC movie adaptations outside of Batman, and well, even with Batman, because we got Batman and Robin. Batman Returns, I think, was considered a financial success. So I can't.
It just was not as big as 89.
No, not as big as 80, but more so than Returns, because as much as we like Returns, financially and just like socially, people weren't very comfortable with like Danny DeVito.
Yeah,
they weren't. Yeah, of someone. it was too edgy and dark for its time. But I think had that movie come out like in 2002 or something, it would have been better received. But anyway, that's all. My point is just that it's such a shame that Christopher Reeve and Michael Keaton never got to even take like a promotional picture.
I know, man. It could have been something.
And like Riot says, cinematic universes or even crossovers weren't proven or tested at the time, except for one thing, but it was only an animation. It was the DC animated universe, and they had the world's finest.
Yeah,
Batman. But I think by that time, Christopher Reeve was injured and
couldn't
be Superman anymore.
I think that's true, because I think he had his accident in 95 or 96.
Yeah, it was 95. And that world's finest crossover, I think, was like 1997. So it was too late by then.
Yeah, man, look at that. Look at that shot, man.
Yeah, you've got the Flash there as well from the 90s.
Yep. I mean, when he takes his mask off, it's John Wesley Shipp under there.
Nice.
We could be what we once were.
And of course, that's Keaton doing the voiceover.
Yeah.
The government was building.
And I guess Oprah Winfrey here.
Oprah Winfrey is Amanda.
It fits though, doesn't it?
It fits. It fits so much. Like,
yeah.
I kind of was like, is that Oprah? Like, I like it. I like it.
It works.
It works.
Men in clean suits. Resurrecting.
Batman's getting ready to crush some skulls, and you've got Billy D. Williams as
Cyborg,
Metallo.
Oh, as Metallo. Oh, I thought they would have had him continue to be Two-Face.
That's what I would have thought as well. But
whispers of Project Cadmus surfacing again.
Robin Williams as the Riddler.
It makes sense. I think he was one of the choices for the Riddler over Jim Carrey.
I think so.
Yeah.
For us first.
There's Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman.
Yep. Look how clean that shot is, man. And see, there's Kingdom Come.
That's Kingdom Come, yeah. And they're playing the Justice League theme song from the DC animated universe.
Yes, they are.
Or I should say Terrence is, because this is what he made, right?
No, Terrence didn't make this.
Oh, okay.
Who it was dealing with. He never said much, never needed to. Clark didn't believe in control. He believed an example. That belief cost him more than he ever admitted. Diana.
Look at that shot, man.
That's beautiful.
See, this just shows you, man, the fans are making things better than the Hollywood studios.
And it's funny because there was a Hollywood writer, I don't remember her name, but she basically like thumbed her nose at people using AI to make fan creations. And it's just like, you understand that what this is fan fiction, right?
Right.
And people have been writing fan fiction for decades. It's just fan fiction in the past was limited to print. So
that's
you could ignore it basically. Or, you had the occasional fan film, and that was limited to like Star Wars and Star Trek. And, sometimes DC, like, what was it? It was Batman Dead End with the Predator and Alien.
Yep, I remember that.
And those same guys did a World's Finest movie not too long after that. So, but again, fan films is just like, it's fans. They don't have the budget. They don't have the acting capability. So you were limited by the technology of the time. And now with this, especially with that whole Sea Dance fiasco from last week or the week before.
Mhm.
Now Hollywood is like, oh crap. Now people can make things as good as we can, more or less.
Well,
And
like, so I don't know how much this person spent on this, if anything, like however much they spent on the program, right?
Mhm.
So whatever they spent on the program and whatever they might have to spend on like better programs and stuff, it's going to be a lot less than like a $200 million budget.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about, actors, editing, well, some editing, catering, you don't have to feed an army of people to make something like, oh, I saw that. That's so cute. Oh,
that's Waldo.
That's Waldo. Waldo wants to be on the show.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Waldo, but I was trying to make a point about fan fiction.
Yeah,
but that's how it starts. Fan fiction writers start there to explore their creative talent, and then they move on to make their own original things.
Yeah.
I started out as a fan fiction writer, and
me too.
And it sucked, but just like anything you try the first time, walking, running, whatever it is, it's not going to go so well the first few times. But
I remember one of my first things I wrote, like I came home after seeing Batman Returns, and then I wrote down, Batman, the Return of Catwoman, and that was...
Yeah, because Catwoman was great. You wanted to see what happened next.
Yeah. And we saw that she survived at the end of the movie, so... Yeah, man.
So, yeah, I mean, that's just how it is with and this is all I was going to say is just with AI, it's just going to get better. So Hollywood really has to step up their game. They can't, I was going to say they can't get lazy, but they already have. They have to do better, as they often like to say, but they're being reactionary rather than, planning. So anyway, on with the show.
I brought him there because Rufus,
I mean, look at that. Like, just go back here. Like this shot
there between us. Like memory.
Yeah.
This shot could be on movie posters, like advertising it.
It really could. And I like that looks more like the Fleischer Superman
kind of
suit. It's like a darker blue with the reds and the blacks.
A man watches a storm he knows he can't.
But you see that Christopher Reeve, if he had lived, he would have made a really good-looking, like older Superman.
We didn't need to.
Yeah.
The subject was already between us. Selena Kyle.
That's awesome.
Officially,
it's all these things that we wanted to see, but
closed casket.
I know
for all the reasons it didn't happen. That was a nice little strut right there. I'm a man, I have eyes.
And she vanished on purpose. Not to run, to hunt. Clark knew the rumors. He always did. Men from Project Cadmus found in stairwells with broken spines. Safe houses emptied without alarms. Black ops accountants bleeding. Secrets before they bled out. No witnesses. No symbols. Just fear.
So that right there, that's Leonardo DiCaprio as Dick Grayson, but as a cop.
That's... I haven't seen the whole cop Dick Grayson thing. I mean, they tried to do that in the Dark Knight Rises, where they had what's his name?
They did it in the Titans TV show.
Okay. So that's kind of a recent thing.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I did, as a system that fed on the broken and rewarded the cruel. The difference was simple. I put the rules around my damage. She didn't. Clark shifted beside me.
I think there's just one thing wrong with this.
Okay.
It's I understand that they're having like Michael Keaton's Batman narrating this. I just think he's talking a little bit too much. It's like over narration.
I got you. Yeah.
I just,
and this is only part one. They haven't even released part two yet. So
yeah, I just think that you could say a lot more without saying as much.
I agree.
But yeah,
believed in redemption the way other men believed in gravity. I believed in containment. Selena wasn't.
But I mean, everything looks pretty good, man.
It does. So it looks like Bruce went to visit Selena in prison.
Yeah.
Taught her efficiency. She wasn't killing Cadmus agents for justice. She was doing it because someone had finally given her a name.
Oh yeah, check out this Batcave.
Yeah.
And then Keaton is in the Kingdom Come suit.
Yeah.
And Superman is in the Kingdom Come suit. You know, that's what that logo is.
Yeah, the S is different. Yeah.
It's not supposed to look like what it looks like on David Cornsweat.
No, I don't know why they chose to do that with the Kingdom Come Superman design and like it's like they mixed like that with like the classic Superman design plus the I hate the high collar Superman.
Oh God, I hate it.
I hate that.
So
like
much.
I hated it ever since they brought it into the New 52.
Same.
And then that's one thing I'll give Snyder credit for. When he did his Superman, even though he took away the red trunks, and I hated the reason he did it, at least he kept the open collar design.
Yeah,
because you want to show off Superman's physique as much.
Yeah,
so
you absolutely do. But this is a good shot.
It is, yeah.
Ren would even save her. I wondered who'd she hurt once the mission blurred. That was the difference between us. He measured risk in lives saved. I measured it in lives.
Look at that. That's right off of the Dark Knight Returns.
Yeah, that is a classic Batman pose right there. Just like Superman lifting the car from like Superman #1.
Right.
His classic pose.
Things always went wrong. And with Selena, things always went wrong beautifully. She didn't want the league. She didn't want to join us.
She just blew up the Hall of Doom.
She wanted bloodless vengeance and quiet nights. The
Bloodless
kind of
vengeance.
that never makes the news.
There's no such thing.
They feared symbols, and they were terrified of ghosts.
And there's Ace the Bat Hound.
Yep.
And Selena had made herself into one.
My first, there's the Batman Beyond suit. I was going to bring that up. That's how I was introduced to Ace, was in Batman Beyond. I didn't realize that he was a character already introduced to Batman comics.
Yeah. Yep. And I assume maybe in part 2 we're going to get Terry McGinnis.
Yeah, because it looks like it's leading that way. Because if you already have the Beyond suit there, then Bruce is getting to the end of his ability to carry on his mission.
Yep, I would think so. It's very cool. I like that.
We needed her because she was already inside Cadmus's blind spots. Because she lived where laws didn't reach.
Yeah, that's still kind of a thing with AI, is that it can't really do combat all that well.
No, you're gonna like swing past them most of the time,
and like the hits don't make sense and they don't have impact to them. And that's the one thing that the Sea Dance AI video with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise, it had, like, you could see like the weight and the impact of the hits. And it looked like something like out of the end of a movie right there.
Oh, so, nice. Yeah.
All these other AI programs, they need to be able to calculate things like that, because the human eye can tell when something looks real and when it looks fake.
Yes.
Especially with combat scenes. So
what do you want, Waldo?
He wants your attention.
But I mean, all of this stuff looks pretty good.
If we brought her in, we'd be crossing a line we'd spent decades pretending existed. But the world had changed.
And look at that. That's Kingdom Come right there.
Yep, including the priest guy right there.
Yep, the glowing guy.
Whether we could afford to pretend she wasn't already part of this war. And somewhere in the city, a shadow moved across glass and steel, silent, patient, and watching men who thought themselves.
That's a great shot.
That is, yeah.
And Project Cadmus was learning what that meant.
And things like this. Why did she just jump in water? That's something AI has to fix. I mean,
yeah, that it takes you out of the experience.
Yeah,
because like, hey, this looks cool, and then AI does this weird, nonsensical stuff. Because all it's doing is just like getting a character from like one pose to the next.
Right.
And like it's the in-betweens that are just it's off. So yeah.
I agree.
Mhm.
Oh,
Hey,
snap.
Oprah! No, Oprah's dead.
When stand in the hall of justice, when salute anything that could be turned into a target. Gotham needed her more than the League ever did.
Right, it says these
Right.
Gen AI
Gotham wasn't
trailers
a
all look
battlefield
super
you
weird,
want.
even if the
It was
idea
a
is cool.
fever
Yeah,
dream.
and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
they
talk
do.
about
She'd already
I'm
had
gonna
it
talk
with
about
her.
one that I saw
One staying
just
beside
the
her,
other day.
Jason Todd, the Red Hood. Alive because someone refused to let death finish the job. Anger refined him into purpose. Violence aimed, not unleashed. And Richard Grayson, no longer Robin or Nightwing, and no longer a symbol, a police captain now, trying to save the city from the inside, without becoming what hunted it. And Talia al Ghul, daughter of my sworn enemy, Ra's al
Now, see,
Ghul,
this scene
woman
looks
who
weird to
crossed every
me.
line
Fighting
she used to defend,
Ra's al
because
Ghul.
she loved me.
Again, like
Not to
AI
betray her own
cannot
life.
do
She was the
combat,
reason
especially
Right.
with
breed.
whether it's
The
like
reason
hand to
that
hand or
mask
you're
was
using
completed.
swords or
And I watched
guns
Clark
even.
process this all.
It always looks like,
Alliances,
again, like you're
the moral
swinging past
fractures,
someone or they're
the
just
silver
hitting swords together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. It says like that shot, the shot Catwoman looked like she had the Venom suit on.
Yeah, it does have trouble
And clean
distinguishing
lines.
like leather
Gotham
from like
never
an
had
alien skin suit, essentially.
That's a great shot there too.
Oh yeah, that looks like that could be a
Selena
poster.
didn't ask for permission. She informed us. She would take Gotham, keep Cadmus bleeding quietly in the streets where no one noticed until it was too
Why
late.
is Bane
She would
throwing
fight
his
alongside the
venom
broken,
at
the redeemed,
like that's
and
the juice that
compromised,
keeps his
because
muscles
that was
going? Why is he
Gotham Trinity.
throwing it at
And I realized
Catwoman?
something then. The League didn't even need Selena. The League needed to let Gotham keep her because some wars.
Yeah, man. And so yeah, check that out.
Gotham
Fighting
fought at street
like the
level.
Riddler
Scars
in a
of
mech
history,
suit. That's
not
weird.
unfinished
The Riddler would
business.
never use a
She
mech
stepped
suit.
back into the shadows she'd come from. No handshake, no farewell, just a promise Gotham would never hear. Clark looked at
Look at the old
backwards.
Clark Kent and
I
old
didn't
Wonder
need
Woman
to
Margot
Diana.
Kidder,
I'd already
yeah.
made
No, that was Diana, wasn't it? Was it Margot?
I thought that was Margot Kidder.
Let's go
Lois
back.
Lane.
Maybe it was Margot.
Gotham would never hear.
Okay, you know what? I think you're right. I think that was Margot Kidder.
Yeah, that does
That
not look like Linda Carter because Linda Carter doesn't look like that.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
The cat would hunt.
And so they've got the Watchtower now.
Yeah,
You
again
know,
from
that's
Justice
cool.
League.
You see Wonder Woman is floating like she should be.
Wait, was that what's his name from The Sopranos? Tony Soprano?
I think so. I think so.
Tony Soprano with a sword?
And in Gotham,
Let's go back
Oh,
and see here.
Yeah, it's like right after this shot.
we had two wars.
There, right? That's Tony Soprano with a
Yep.
sword fighting Batman. I mean, he probably would, but
wars
Oh
running
my
at the same
God.
time. One wore capes and satellites, and the other wore scars.
yeah, this
and
is just
gloves.
straight out of the
It was
Justice League, and that's
League of
Kingdom
America.
Come.
Yep.
And they stood when the world tilted. Clean lines, bright skies, consequences.
Oh,
matched
that's
the
cool.
headlines. And
Yeah.
then there was Gotham
Well,
City.
yeah.
And
Wait,
Gotham,
who's that
we had a
supposed to
league
be?
of our own.
I don't know. And that's off of a comic book cover.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's one of the early Batman comics.
okay.
Rain smeared Neon into bruises. Siren stitched the night together and still couldn't hold it.
Again, that looks fine. It's Batman on a motorcycle.
Mhm.
It looks great.
Dix and Talia's. A 5-point precious.
Oh, there's
system that
Barbara in
compensated
the
hemorrhage.
wheelchair.
Who the freak is this? Is that like Laurel Lance or something?
I don't know who that's supposed to be.
We've got Dick, we've got Selena, we've got Barbara, Diana, Bruce, Jason, and Clark. Who
Yeah,
the
although
freak is that?
that Clark is looking a little rough right there. That is not Christopher Reeve.
Yeah,
I don't know who that's.
he looks closer to the guy who plays Dexter.
He does look like Dexter Morgan. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
A little bit.
Oh my Jeebus. Well, maybe he.
We
Never
didn't
mind.
save
I'm not gonna
Gotham.
make that
We
joke.
became Gotham.
We protect Earth together. United, no force can stop us.
Yeah, so there was that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that had a lot of good points, and some not so good ones that just kind of took me completely out of the experience, because now it's like, okay, that doesn't look right. So now what else doesn't look right? So you start pointing out all of the inconsistencies.
But the thing is, though, like, this fan who made this, they even though there were some things that weren't like rendered correctly or whatever, this was still more of a love letter to the fans than Warner Brothers has done in the past 30, almost 40 years.
I agree. I think it's been extremely weird that we don't have anyone officially signed on to be like Batman in the new DCU, for instance.
Right, me too.
And I think it's also weird that we are still getting the Batman sequel now that we have a DCU, because the reason why we even got the Batman to begin with is because like the Snyderverse was failing,
right?
But now you have this new universe, so it's like, why even continue? You could have just let the Batman be a one-off, and it would have had its fans and its detractors. I'm looking at one right now. And that would have been fine. It's just like, why did the Joker get a sequel? Oh, okay, never mind. It made $1 billion.
Yeah, but did they honestly think a sequel would make $1 billion? I mean, come on. I could have told them that it would not have worked that way.
It wouldn't have, because that was lightning in a bottle. It's only something that could have happened at that time with Joaquin Phoenix and with the story that was told. So
yeah,
with them doing a sequel actually ruined it. And I think the fact that this sequel to the Batman taking this is going to be like 4 years, 5 years by the time this movie finally.
I know, man. It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, talk about striking while the iron is hot. Jeez. It's like, what's even the point anymore? And I just, I think Warner Brothers has honestly been a terrible business partner for DC in telling their stories and bringing things to life. We've only got some good stuff, mostly Batman. We've got some good Superman stuff, like with Smallville and what was the other one? Superman and Lois, which I still need to watch at some point.
It was good. I didn't watch the last maybe handful episodes of the last season because I just didn't want to deal with what was going on.
Yeah. And plus, it's just like it was ending anyway, because the new DCU was starting. So it's just like, it's just another Elseworlds kind of story.
Can I play you one more AI thing that Terrence and I have looked at?
Yes, and then I want to show you an AI thing that I saw.
Okay. This is called Chuck Norris Returns.
Oh my goodness.
But it's where he's returning to. So let me pull this up here. All right, check this out.
Oh no! Oh my God! That's not. I'm so. Pause. That is not something you do to an enemy that you're fighting. You do not lift them up by the butt and bring them like crotch to crotch with you. That is something that you do to. Well, I mean, you are fighting in a sense, but not
not like that. Not like that.
Whoa! Hey, I was not expecting that, Sean.
Yep.
Okay, let's continue.
Yeah.
Oh no! What are you doing, Chuck? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. He just ran through Clayface, the Mad
Just
Hatter.
Mad Hatter's book.
Yeah. Spraying
Catwoman. Oh snap.
Gassing the Scarecrow. What are you doing there, Bane?
He's squatting Bane.
Yep. Oh, and there he goes.
See the
poor
dude,
Harley.
Yeah.
There's Black Mask. Heath Ledger's joke. Yes, please save Batman. Well, what the
Chuck is just sitting there watching it, man. Look where they do the Joker.
Treads. He put Joker in, and he's helping Batman into his Batwing.
Yep.
Well, at least that's a comic accurate looking Two-Face.
Yeah.
That's Arnold, Mr. Freeze. Oh, a heat lamp that shoots heat.
Pushing the train backwards, Trap.
Yeah.
Pushing the train back into Arkham.
Yep, back to. I didn't realize Arkham Asylum had a train yard.
It does now.
It does now, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Now they're playing Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was that.
Okay, I was not expecting the homoeroticism. And from like, why is Batman being done that way? First, he gets like crotch checked, like, and then he gets kissed by the Joker, and just
sometimes in life these things just have to happen if you're in Gotham City.
I guess so. Okay, let me show you. That's just, I'm going to be seeing those images today. Jeez.
Trap is ruined for the rest of his life.
Like, I thought Batman liked women, but I guess the Joker just liked him a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to bring up something. Let's see. This is a very long video, so I only want to show. Okay, this part is actually cool. Let's see. We won't see the whole thing because, again, this is a long video. It's like 30 minutes long. So let me ask, did you ever play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you know about the ancient Star Wars species of the Rakata, the fish people who basically they had their empire before the Republic was ever.
Sure. I played this in like the early 2000s.
Yeah, it came out in 2003.
Yeah, so 2000, because I played Knights of the Old Republic and then part 2.
Okay. Which is a game I don't like, which I know people are like, oh my god, how could you not like part 2? It was so
I didn't like part 2 as much as I liked part 1.
Neither did I. I didn't like the new cast of characters.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like the new, like, the villains were just kind of a disappointment to me. So anyway, this video here is basically like a history of the Rakata, and it's Qui-Gon showing Obi-Wan, or at least like kind of telling him, and then there's like AI imagery to sort of add to the narration. So let me see if I can skip back like a couple of seconds. Hold on, because it kind of goes from like, here we go. It goes from this, and then it goes back to our Jedi, whom we know and love so very well. Can you hear?
Yeah.
You speak of them as if they were unstoppable. If their power was that absolute, what ended them?
Nothing ends power all at once, Obi-Wan. It fractures, it overreaches, and eventually it meets something it did not expect.
Another empire?
Not an empire. A world that refused to kneel.
The Sith?
A king named Adas. And a war the Rakata believed would be routine. It was not. On Korriban, the Sith were not yet an empire.
So
They were divided.
this person is taking like their own liberties with like Star Wars history. So this isn't like a one-to-one thing. This part is completely made up.
Into rival clans, bound by bloodlines and constant struggle. Leadership was temporary. Power was contested. Unity was rare. That changed with Adas. Unlike other warlords, he did not seek dominance over a single territory. He sought consolidation. Through strength, strategy, and calculated alliances, he subdued opposing clans and absorbed their warriors into a single command. For the first time in recorded Sith history, Korriban stood united under one sovereign. When
Honestly,
Rakatan
you could probably
envoys
make an
arrived
entire
to
Star
demand
Wars
their
series
submission,
out of just that.
they did not
Probably.
It's like
Tribes.
Star Wars, Game of Thrones.
They faced a king.
Yeah. On that. Yeah. Like this stuff looks great, but one of my complaints about this channel in particular is that there's not good consistency about like who the main characters are. There's like all these sweeping shots of like people and ships, but it's hard to keep track of like who is whom. But anyway, I'll let it continue for just a bit more because I want to get to like the battle scenes and we can point out. You call that a landing?
Yeah. I could do that.
Yeah. Like that looks a bit more controlled. The other guy who was piloting that must have been drunk.
It's like,
Yep. We'll just skid across the ground. It ain't no thing. Yeah, so again, like you see all of these aliens, which are like, who are we supposed to be following here?
right. Oh, we've got
Yeah. In the story, Dawn of the Jedi, the Rakata basically invented lightsabers, but they were products of the dark side, and you could only activate them by channeling your hate and anger into the blade.
interesting.
So they called them Force Sabers. Like, yeah, that's a great idea. Oh yeah, that's another problem too. Both armies are charging from the same side.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, it's like, why wouldn't you just reverse that? Like reverse the angle of the footage, so that at least there's some continuity there. It's like, okay, so the armies are charging in from opposing side. Just little small stuff like that kind of takes you out of the story there. Again, it does look impressive, but So, like, why are both armies charging from one side of the screen?
Right.
Oh my God! The violence, the blood. Whoa, that was weird.
There would not be that much blood.
No. Also, why don't you gotta have like projectile weapons? Like, why are they only charging in with? I mean, yeah, okay, there's, but why don't they have like lasers? Ow, that guy's took.
Yeah, that sucks.
He hit the same guy like 4 times. Okay, look, these guys have rifles. I don't think the shield is going to save you from projectile blast.
Huh.
Okay, and maybe they did. Stay down. Ugh. Oh, there's like some runes on there. Maybe they're like, I don't know, weapons. Oh yeah, those are the Flash Raiders from Star Wars. What is that? Looks cool, bro. Kinda wish some of these lines were in English. Long creature.
Damn.
A whole line just fell. Oh, not back up. Oh, that is a big old boost. That was bad.
What the freak are they doing?
Doing some kind of ritual. Dead. Yeah, now they're turning on his head. Mouth of the creature changed. Having like also like some kind of Cthulhu tentacle taste thing. Okay. Oh, that looks bad. That part doesn't look too bad. The earlier exchange looked kind of weird. But again, that's kind of like the limit of this primitive AI right now. Is you get some decent looking stuff, and you get some kind of weird stuff.
The conflict was brutal and sustained. For the first time in their expansion, Rakatan forces were forced into organized withdrawal. The invasion failed. Victory did not come without cost. Adas was grievously wounded during the final engagement.
Is that Vigo the Carpathian?
body weakened.
I have no idea.
But his command never faltered until the Rakatan fleet broke formation.
All right, that's all I wanted to show of all that. Like, again, it's very interesting, like what fans can do.
Sure.
But, you know, there's limits when you're just working with like AI prompts, and you know, not to negate or degrade what this channel has done, because it is impressive.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, you know, when it comes to like the combat, it's just, it looks a little wonky at times when you're having essentially two images like smack each other around or try to anyway. Sean, I can't hear you. Okay, I can hear you now. That was weird.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I don't know, sir.
This show has been full of all sorts of delights.
We've been hijacked.
Oh man, I hope not.
Yeah, no, it's we've done some cool stuff on it so far, but yeah, man. AI, I mean, give it a couple more years, man, and like provided that they don't really squash in like these independent people.
Yeah, because you know, this kind of stuff threatens the powers of the entertainment industry, because it's like, as wonky as some of that stuff looked, like the image quality was also extremely good. So, you know, Hollywood
it's also highly illegal too, like
yeah,
using the likeness of actors, especially those who are no longer with us.
yes.
You know, their voices and stuff like that. That's highly immoral.
Yeah, and that's what kind of makes it different from like writing fan fiction, because when you write, again, it's print, so it's limited to words. You know, once you get into, like you said, using people's faces and things for like what we saw with your Justice League video, then yeah, the legalities get very, very murky.
Right. It says, as time goes on, I find myself being more anti Gen AI than not.
And that is a fair position.
Absolutely.
To take. You know, a lot of traditional artists, or just, you know, people who maybe you don't draw or do anything, they often find themselves on the side of like anti artificial intelligence. I'm not necessarily like against it. I just don't think it does things to the level that creators want it to do right now, or what even Hollywood is trying to do, which is, you know, they're gonna eliminate so many different jobs and things from their businesses in order to try to have AI fill in those blanks, and all in the name of making things cheaper. But it's just not as good as having like real live human beings doing stuff.
No, I agree with you.
And it's still going to take more years, more trial and error to just get things to look the way that they believe that they want it to be, but it's not there yet.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait and see how this all plays out, because I'm thinking that we had like the strikes for the writer strikes and the actor strikes all over this AI stuff. So people are still doing this, and they're going to have to crack down even harder, I think.
Yeah.
Right. Says not only art stuff, increased cognitive decline in humanity, companies making their products worse by having it overreach, increasing utility, RAM, memory costs. Yep.
Yeah, it is absolutely having a negative effect on our society. Like in the case of just people being able to afford to build computers, people are going to be priced out of that if costs for the various parts like RAM, like graphics cards and CPUs, if they keep going up and up and up, you know, no one's going to be able to afford to purchase them. And it's having an effect on video game consoles as well, because those use those components.
Right.
Switch 2 is going to go up in price this year. And it's already expensive. It's like $400, and now it's probably going to go up to like $500. And it doesn't even play like Blu-rays or anything.
Which one is that?
The Switch 2.
Oh, it's going up like that?
Yeah, it's going to go up in price. I don't know how much it's going to go up in price.
Man.
Let's see. How much will the Switch 2 cost in 2026? Here we go. As of early 2026, reports indicate that the Switch 2, which launched on June 5th, 2025 for $449, may see a price increase, with analysts predicting a rise to $499 or higher due to soaring component costs.
And how much was it launched at?
$450.
Okay,
So,
about $50 increase.
Yeah, but still, people have been kind of iffy on the Switch 2 as it is, because it's not it's not like the inexpensive purchase like the Switch 1 was, especially compared to like the PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I like the Switch 2. I just don't think it is that big of a jump from the Switch.
No, not really. No,
it's just you're gonna have to, if you want to play, new release Nintendo games in 2026 and beyond, you've got to get a Switch 2. That's just unfortunately how it is.
Pretty much. I mean, there are like still Switch 1 versions of some games that are coming out, but yeah, Nintendo wants people to migrate over to the Switch 2, but due to the cost of entry, it's just yeah,
it's a high price point.
It is.
But yep, gotta love raising prices and all of the nonsense.
Definitely. Right. It says like Windows 11 apparently has like 30% of its code written by generative AI, and it doesn't work a lot of the time. I'm having issues at work because of the new Windows.
Yeah, I've been having issues on mine Windows 11 as well.
And the new Pokemon game looks great, and that might be the only game I get on the Switch 2. Yeah, I heard there was another new one announced outside of Pokopia, but I haven't seen what it is yet.
Pokopia.
Yeah, Pokopia is like the Pokemon kind of like farm simulator kind of game.
Okay.
And I think you can still like catch other Pokemon. I think I don't know. I haven't really looked too deeply into it.
But you got to catch them all.
Yeah, but I'm not as big of a Pokemon fan as like, say, Star Wars or Sonic or Godzilla or something. I like the games. I just don't like them that much.
Which is why you refuse to stream them. Is that right?
Pokemon games?
Yeah, because you didn't stream Scarlet, I think it was, right?
No, I did stream Scarlet. I got all the way up to the end of the game, and then I started having serious problems. Like the game started crashing. It had incredible slowdown. Like I think there's a Switch 2 version that's out now that probably increases the frame rate.
Sure.
But, like the frame rate was bad. They were doing the weird thing where they made like a lot of the female characters look like really big buff, like
modern times.
Yeah. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? Like, what is going on here?
Yeah, I don't know. Here, I'll play something for you really quick.
Sure.
Speaking of modern times,
okay.
Let me find it. It's on World's Finest Team Up channel. It's a video that Terrence posted.
Sure.
Here it is. Hold on just a second. All right, share my screen here. So this is dealing with Kristen Stewart. So,
okay,
already right there, you kind of understand. But
Hollywood is crazy.
Can you hear it?
I can hear it. Yeah, kind of low.
Everything from these.
I don't think I have a way to raise up the volume. Maybe I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah, there it is.
Let's start it over.
Yeah, what is
Hollywood is crazy. I thought I heard and seen everything from these damn celebrities, but Kristen Stewart recently, she had some kind of interview and she started talking
This
about
chick is
burgers
out of her
and
mind.
about how we should stop eating them or some shit like that, and maybe the immigrants and what's going on, and she doesn't approve because in Los Angeles everybody is everybody in them burgers. I'm like, what the fuck is she talking about? Hello, I
Whoa.
appreciate you being on the channel. You have reached world's finest
She
team.
sounds as high as a kite.
I'm gonna play
Yeah.
what she said in a moment. You'll be able to hear it and see it. I'm not making this shit up. These celebrities are cray cray. They be on some bullshit. It's like before they go out in the daytime, they get sent a script and they're like, hey, just say this, memorize it and say it. They don't form any original thoughts. The vast majority of these celebrities are cooked. You're like, what? Did you think about this? I mean, these are clearly not your words. There is something wrong.
I think he's onto something there.
Now, look, I would
Yeah.
love to clap Kristen Stewart's cheeks. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I would love to.
Sorry,
clap her
Terrence, I
cheeks,
got to
but
disagree with you there.
based off
Same.
of this, she can't do no talking unless she's screaming my name, because I feel like if she were to try to have a conversation with me, it would just melt my brain because I wouldn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Watch, I'm gonna play the video for y'all. I appreciate you being here. Terrence out.
Immigrants. I can't stand the idea that the dismantling of the culture that did have a hand in like making me who I am, which is so meaningless in the face of people's lives being like completely unearthed, uprooted, destroyed. Like just this is like not who we are. So like
What?
where I'm from, I don't identify with that right now. And so like I definitely am dying every day thinking, so do we make movies about this? Do we throw all of our money at it? Do we stop buying burgers in the daytime? What do we do about this? Like I can't fathom that it's happening until it doesn't happen. It's like Los Angeles doesn't exist without all of us.
Holly.
What? Do we stop making burgers in the daytime? What the?
That was a Kamala Harris Venn diagram speech of just absolute nothing.
Yes.
She
Oh
was
my
trying to sound, and again, I call this like the Kamala Harris school of speech, where you're trying to sound profound and iconic because there's a camera on you and someone is sticking a microphone in your face, and it's like, hey, what do you think about this? And you're like, the immigrant is the issue of the times that we're living in, and we it's
Right.
like, what the hell are you talking about? But yeah, I first of all disagreed on with Terrence on wanting to smash, because
Yes, there will be no
No.
clapping of the cheeks.
no clapping. But like, there's the reason why people say you don't stick it in crazy exists, and that is one of the reasons why. And second
Yes.
of all, I don't like, I think that was like a vague kind of like anti-ICE kind of
It may have been.
speech, if anything,
Yeah.
but it just really just sort of trailed off into just absolute crazy town. And
yeah, man. I just it was like, what? She couldn't keep a coherent thought about her, and it's like then she goes off into like, do we stop making burgers in daytime? Like, oh, so
Yeah.
it's better to do it at night? I don't
like
I don't understand.
what does the making of burgers have to do with like immigration policy?
Right. I mean,
Like, now look, okay, you know what? I think I see her thought process. I think she said burgers because if she said stop eating tacos, that would have been considered racist. So you go and you say burgers because burgers is like one of the quintessential American, things. So there's not really much like racism you could derive from that if you say that. But if you say, should we stop eating like tacos or whatever, then it's just like, oh no.
Oh my God. Yeah.
It's like that. Is that all that you think immigrants make?
You racist.
Exactly.
Mhm.
God, it has to be really like mentally taxing to be a
It just has to
celebrity.
be.
Yeah.
It has to be. I mean, the things that you're supposed to remember to say, the
Mhm.
things that you're supposed to remember not to say, and not to mix them
Mhm.
up, But they make millions of dollars, so I don't really feel sorry for them.
No. And the Billie Eilish thing is still hilarious as all hell.
Oh, about the native land,
Yeah, no,
you
it
know?
is illegal on stolen land.
and
then
yeah, she's living on a
on
tribe's
stolen land.
Yeah, I know.
Because the people actually tried to be like, hey, since you're on stolen land, can we have it back? And she's just like, nah.
Yeah.
I like where I live.
Yeah, but it's like you opened your mouth, and
Exactly.
so
Yep.
yeah, man.
All
I don't
right.
even know anymore.
It's clown world.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It is absolute clown world. And it's I can see why some people say that like America is the greatest reality TV show that there is. Because,
Yeah,
like the stuff that happens here is just like it's bonkers.
I know.
Yeah.
It's not happening anywhere else like it's happening here. And
No,
people are
yeah.
looking at us like, what is going on over there?
Yeah, like what is in the water? What are you people doing?
Well, and then we're like right, in the midst of the Epstein files,
Oh,
you know,
God, yeah.
and all of this stuff. You have all of these people, and
Mhm.
the DOJ is like, oh well, we're not going to unredact all of this stuff. And it's like, why? You could put all of these people in prison. They're like,
Yeah.
oh well, it would bring down the system as you know it. So
Yeah. And that's sad because I not to go too deeply political into things. I think that's kind of what Trump campaigned on, was releasing the Epstein
was.
files. And then you're in power, you have all of the levers of governmental authority at your disposal, and you don't do it. I mean, that immediately throws anyone's confidence in you just like out the window right there.
Instead, you had Obama on a podcast saying, "Oh yeah, aliens are real." Just the other day, and now Trump is going to give a speech about how aliens are real, and it's like, all right, we see what you're doing.
It's reactionary. It's so reactionary instead of like being proactive. It's strange.
This is why I like comic books, Dungeons and Dragons, things like that, because their worlds are way more interesting than ours.
Absolutely. Not to mention, people are insane when it comes to wanting to know someone's personal politics or what they believe, because they treat it as a religion. Essentially, it used to be that people didn't discuss politics or religion until the election cycles came around, and then every election was the most important election until the next election came around.
Right.
But nowadays it's just like you can't be a simple like entertainer, a podcaster, or whatever without like, well, who did you vote for? And it ruins everything because people allow it to just like take over their minds, and just like every aspect in how they navigate life. It's like there's more to life than who you vote for every 2 to 4 years. But
oh yeah, easily.
That's been forgotten, especially in the entertainment sphere that we live in right now. And I just think that's truly unfortunate, because there's just there are stories that transcend race, gender, like borders and countries that that people could focus on telling, rather than just like, I hate Trump, and I want people to know that for the past, what are we going on, 8 years now of this?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hate it so much. But that's why, we talk about the comics that we like, that we're reading, except for when they throw in, they shove in their modern political beliefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like you said, Dungeons and Dragons, which, hey, we're going to be doing that tomorrow.
Yes, we are.
So looking forward to that.
Me too. I forgot where we left off.
We just finished a mission, and we're in one of the towns, and I think we're about to set off for the Wave Echo Cave, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because we did Cragmaw Castle, so the Wave Echo Cave is next.
Oh, that's right, because Eternos almost died twice. Yeah.
Yep. That lovable rogue. Always dying while naked.
I mean, it's part of his charm. So
yes, it is.
Yeah. Well, I guess we'll wrap up for the night, my friend.
It's been great coming back to this. Yeah.
And we still have 20 viewers, so that's awesome.
Yeah, appreciate everyone tuning in across Twitter, mostly Twitter. There's a flying around. Mostly Twitter, YouTube, Twitch, and so there we go.
Excellent.
Yeah, I hope we can do this again next month, and we'll be coming up on, let's see, if we do this at the end of March, we'll be coming up on the release of the Mario Galaxy movie.
Ooh, okay. Then let's plan that accordingly then.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see that. I loved the first Mario movie. A bit light on plot and character, but still very fun.
Still, yeah, not bad. All right, everybody, thanks for joining us, and we will try to be back at the end of March.
All right. See you later, everybody.